I'm the dude. So that's what you call me.
Are you a virgin?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Come on to the coast. We get together, have a few laughs.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Can I return it if it doesn't fit?
It always fits. Eventually.
Welcome back to Movie Mingle. I'm Caveman.
And I'm Maggie.
And today we just finished watching Zootopia. Mm-hmm. We've seen this one before. 2016 movie from Disney.
Also the first animated film on our list for season 2.
Yeah. This is our fifth movie, so every fifth movie being an animated film. Zootopia was directed by Byron Howard, who also worked on Bolt, Tangled, Encanto, and Zootopia 2. He worked on Zootopia with Jared Bush, another director who also worked with him on Encanto. And I believe Byron and Jared Bush have both gone on to Zootopia 2.
Did they direct Encanto or did they just work on Encanto?
They both directed on Encanto. They both worked on Encanto together as directors. There are 3 directors on Zootopia and 10 writers for this first film. Then Zootopia 2, it's just Byron Howard and Jared Bush doing the directing and writing.
All those writing credits could have had a lot to do with how many different versions of this story it started out with.
I think that's part of it because in the writing descriptions for what they did, most of them is story by, and only 2 people are credited as screenplay writers.
Yeah.
But Jared Bush was one of those writers. He also wrote Moana 1 and 2 and Encanto and Zootopia 2.
I mean, I love a lot of those movies. I mean, Encanto's great.
No, these are definitely the other, these are the guys who have been working on these movies, these specific group of movies.
Yeah.
And then there's the other group of writers and directors who've been working on things like Frozen and Tangled and...
Yeah, you're right. They're kind of the 2 sides of Disney.
I mean, you get movies out faster when you have 2 different animation teams working on different
production
movies.
teams doing different things, yeah.
Phil Johnston is the other person credited as a screenwriter for Zootopia. He wrote Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet. Kelly D. Lewis is the one person on this list who it says, first of all, uncredited, but Kelly D. Lewis is supposedly the person who came up with the idea for Zootopia. She had been working for Disney Animation since the early 90s, and she's like a key animator, a lot of cleanup. I think that's where you kind of put in the final touches on a lot of great movies like Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Aladdin, a lot of those big 90s Disney movies.
So what, did she just was she just sitting around the office one day and was like, wouldn't it be cute if a bunch of animals lived in a town called Zootopia and just that was it?
And may have had the racism premise may have been a part of that, or maybe not.
That all came later. I think it was probably just what would you call a city filled with a bunch of animals? Zootopia, right?
Sure.
I bet you it had more to do about the premise of a city of animals and the name.
It seems weird that her credits with Disney stopped at 2015, which was a year before this movie came out.
Maybe she retired.
Maybe. No, actually she didn't, because now she's doing that, what's that Knight and Dragon, and it's based off of an arcade game that was super realistic, or not realistic, but it had cutscenes, animated cutscenes with a dragon.
What? Not He-Man, right?
No. Video game, not a cartoon.
No, man. I mean, my arcade...
She's working on they're doing they're animating a version of it. And once I get her name back up and look at her credits, it is Dragon's Lair, the movie.
I have no idea what that is. I mean, I was born in 84, so I was 6 when the 80s ended. I didn't play a lot of arcade games in that part of my life. And then by the time I was a teenager, arcade games weren't really that cool. Yeah, you lost me there.
It's all right. People who played Dragon's Lair in the 80s will know it, but I don't think many other people will, because people don't remember video games or arcade games from the 80s.
I mean, like, if
Except for
it looks
Pac-Man,
cool, I'll go
Space
see
Invaders.
it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
definitely got
I like Dungeons and Dragons and shit.
it's definitely got that animation style, that old school Disney. Like it reminds me a lot of the King Arthur one,
Oh,
where he's little.
the Sword and the Stone?
Is that what? Yeah, Sword and
Yeah.
the Stone. Yeah, I read that animation reminds me of that, and like Robin Hood and. Well, let's get in.
Speaking of hot foxes,
Oh boy, do you have a crush on a Jason Bateman fox?
I mean, he's hot, but I've got my issues with Nick Wilde, so,
Well,
yeah.
music by the one and only
Oh, our beloved.
the GOAT, Michael Giacchino.
Cheers to the man. Tink.
Worth a drink break.
Yeah, fucking Michael Giacchino. We've been blowing that man a lot over the course of this podcast.
He's worked on pretty much everything.
Yeah, he's done
Live
so
action
much.
and animated. Like he's
Fucking sitcoms, or video games and
MCU stuff.
MCU shit, and like he's directed stuff. Like, god damn it, I love that man.
He's a busy guy, and we always
busy,
look
busy
forward
guy.
to hearing his newest soundtracks and to read his track titles.
Oh god, it takes one to rogue one. For my favorite of any of his pun.
He also won an Oscar for his work on Up. Mm-hmm. Of course, beautiful sound,
Just beautiful score. Yeah.
Cinematography by Nathan Warner. He's worked on visual effects since Fantasia 2000 and Tarzan in 1999.
Fucking love that movie.
Worked as a cinematographer in Ralph Breaks the Internet and Encanto. So
How
Definitely has.
How are you a cinematographer for animation? I know that you still have to plan how the movie looks, right?
that's pretty much it. Like you're telling the artist how you want your scene to look, how you
Yeah.
want it to be lit.
Yeah.
You still have to do all that stuff.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking, but then I was
how
just
you want
like,
how you want things, where you want things placed.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you're pretty much just like with a regular live action movie. You're essentially
you're basically doing the composition of the shot. Like you're, the art director almost, although art director I guess is somebody completely different. But yeah, no, that's
kind of sort. I mean, they do call
It's fucking
cinematographers art
talented.
directors.
This movie's pretty.
Yeah, it's a very pretty
Yeah, it's a
movie.
very
lot of
pretty
things
movie. Mm-hmm.
happening. You know, coming up with the design, like
All the different biomes.
the different
Like,
biomes,
yeah.
the way an animal city would look, get around. People get different sized animals
Mm-hmm.
living together.
And keeping all those people in the same shot and everything. Like, no, it's a very well done movie in that aspect.
Rotten Tomatoes gave Zootopia a 98% from critics
Yeah, people fucking love this movie.
and a 92% from audiences. Critics like this movie a lot more than audiences, but both obviously a lot. Letterboxd gave it a 3.8 out of 5, which is pretty low compared to what Rotten Tomatoes is doing. And speaking of which, Metascore of 78 and an 8
Well, that's
out of
kind of all over the place, isn't
8 out
it?
of 10 on IMDb. Yeah, it is
It's
really
got-
all over the
It's
place.
got some A's, it's got some B's, it's got some C's.
Yeah, so then that brings it to an average of 85%. So it's a mid B.
It is a mid B.
And maybe that's
They're not wrong.
No, they're not wrong. No, and I think that's one reason why I like looking at all these different sources, because you can't just go off of Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
And people do. People will just
Oh, yeah.
I like looking at multiple sources, and even after I've seen what people are giving it, I'll still listen to some other people that I respect as far as their reviews of movies, because generally we have the same taste, but I also like listening to reviewers who have alternate takes and ones that I disagree with, because then it at least makes me think about it, like, well, maybe they have a good point about that.
It's
even though in the moment I'm just like, no, you're wrong, it's better than that.
my opinion has been changed on some movies based on, doing more research into it.
Discourse and
And trusting people that I like, nerds that I love, and their opinions on things. Not taking their opinions as gospel, of course.
No.
Lord knows Mark Bernardin and I have disagreed
Oh,
on several
absolutely.
movies, but I trust that man's nerdy opinion.
I still like listening to him talk it out, because it does at least make me think of it.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I often out
Yeah.
loud argue with him
Yeah,
over the
even though
TV.
He's on a podcast on the television, and you're on your couch with a beer.
Like,
I'm
you're
like,
wrong, Mark.
No, Mark.
No, I'm going to send you an angry
thread.
note through YouTube, and you're definitely going to read it. But that is why I have 5 different sources when I do this, because I want to get a better idea of what a movie may have actually been.
Yeah.
So having an average, and you know, a lot of the movies we do pick, it is because they're popular and because we like them or because they did well financially, or you know. So a lot of our movies are in the low B's.
Yeah,
and
low
up
B's and up
for the most part.
We haven't watched a lot of. Well, we've watched some bad movies.
We watched
but
some
haven't
bad
watched
movies.
a lot of bad movies.
And sometimes some of our bonus episodes that we did last year, I remember you and I like a certain movie,
King Arthur.
and then it just gets like it's just a sad score.
Nobody likes King Arthur,
Nobody
but I
likes this
fucking love
movie.
King Arthur. Watch it. It's so good. So hot. So many hotties.
Clive Owen, that is.
Yeah, the Clive
that
Owen
is-
King Arthur. Yeah. I was going to say, on the flip side of kind of taking internet rankings into consideration, is that there have been several times where there have been essentially ratings wars and people will flood, you know.
Yeah, they spam.
They spam bad reviews on, you know, films that they don't like
Yeah.
because women are in them or
Because
whatever.
they're either
nonsense it is.
sexist, racist, homophobic,
Woke.
or,
Yeah.
This is too woke.
Yeah.
Bad,
So-
bad. I gotta make everybody
Bad,
think
bad,
that it's bad,
bad.
so that nobody goes and sees it. Because once I see it fail in the box office, then I'll feel better about myself.
Like The Marvels, which is so unjustly maligned. Even it's such a good movie. Amaze. I don't know. I fucking love The Marvels.
And that's great. I'm glad you.
And you do too. It's a great film.
I've still only seen it once.
What?
Zootopia was made for $150 million, which is pretty normal for a Disney movie to be anywhere between 150 to 250. Is generally what we've seen.
Yeah, that's the range.
Looking over these, it made $341 million domestically, so it's already twice its
budget.
budget, just domestically, and then made another $684 million internationally, and then another $90 million on home media, for a total of so far. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Could make more.
It's not that old of a film.
It's not that old a film, but well, actually, it's almost 10 years old. Actually, it is 10 years old this year.
Oh God! And because it's streaming on Disney Plus, nobody's going to be buying it anytime soon.
Yeah.
But it's still going
But
to make
still,
it's still
it
merchandising
still made,
rights.
Before all
You know.
that, it made
It's fine.
1.1 billion.
Yeah, Zootopia's fine. People fucking.
It was. They made a sequel because,
you know, and that's
and
kind
it's
of
doing well. I mean, it's doing well enough for a
that
movie
is the
in the
other thing about
2020s.
like kids movies, especially like a good, strong animated Disney film, is you have to get at least one parent taking those kids. Mm-hmm. You know, when the four of us go see a movie together, it's typically the four of us going to see a movie together, or it's like in pairs, mainly you and me. But when the kids were younger and they wanted to see Frozen 2, we all went to the theater, which means that's four tickets, two more than you usually spend. And all of this to say is that no wonder these movies make so much money. A guardian has to go with them.
Zootopia won 49 awards, including an Oscar for Best Animated Feature, which I kind of disagree with.
Well, what else was going on that year?
Moana.
Fuck, no, wrong. Of course Moana is better than Zootopia.
My Life as a Zucchini, which I never had a chance to see. The Red Turtle, which I think was on Netflix. I remember it being shown on a streaming service. I never got to see it, but I just remember water and a red turtle, and that was the cover of. And I think they're probably worth checking out, and maybe I will one day. But the fifth movie that I think absolutely should have won, even over Moana, is Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Jesus
I mean, first of
Christ.
all, stop
Jesus
motion
H.
in general
Tap
always is going to be a step above animation.
That
But that
movie.
story and
That's
how
the best
good it
thing
was.
that Leica's ever done.
Yeah, you're probably right. It probably is the best,
Like,
quality-wise and
Quality-wise,
storytelling.
yeah. They've had some hits. They've had some misses. But I still think that Kubo and the 10 Strings
Kubo
is
and the Two
like their
Strings is a
top quality film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
No,
for
yeah,
Oscar.
I mean, Zootopia is easily. I don't know about the those other two that I obviously don't recognize, but you know, it should have been Moana or Kubo and the Two Strings.
Well, I guess we're getting into the deeper parts of this movie by getting into the cast. Well, first of all, we got Jennifer Goodwin playing Judy Hopps. I know she was big in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. And I watched like the first 3 seasons once upon a time because I wanted to watch the Frozen storyline, but I couldn't even get to that point. I was just like, oh my God, that is a stupid fucking show. That is wonderful, by the way. The first 2 seasons, solid bangers. So many guest shots by like great like modern day actors and actresses too. Like a really fun show. And then it just started to eat its own tail and just go downhill from there. It's definitely something that should have been a structured length.
The show she was in that I did watch was Big Love with
Bill Paxton. Yeah. Ugh, rest in peace, my dude. You know, I was thinking about her today and I was trying to remember like what I know her from the most. And I just kind of know her as that woman that works with Disney. Like, good for her for being a perpetual, like, Disney ABC darling. Like, she's got this in with with this giant company, and it's worked well for her. You know, I don't dislike her as an actress. I think she's awfully pretty and really lovely. I don't really remember her from a lot of things,
Like you said, she's got a great career going on with, she was in Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast, which we definitely watched that with our kid.
She's been in Sophia the First.
8 episodes of Robot Chicken.
I love that she's just sort of got like, she's
Walk the line.
She's a pretty good working actress and good for her.
Which brings us to Nick Wilde, played by Jason Bateman.
I've made a huge mistake.
When Job was having second thoughts about the relationship.
I've made a huge mistake.
But when Job recommitted to her,
I've made a huge mistake.
Michael decided to do the noble thing and let her go.
There was somebody for a little while, but it was too much of a father.
Yeah, Jason Bateman he's great. He can be a little one note from time to time.
He can be, but then he does things.
Yeah, then he comes out of like left field with like Black Rabbit. And,
Black Rabbit was great.
And Ozark. People go fucking nuts for Ozark. And I'm like...
My coworkers are constantly trying to get me to watch Ozark.
Too.
And I know I'll like it. Yes, I know I'll like it. I don't have time. Yeah. I know it's only 44 episodes, but that's a lot
you'd have
for
time
an hour-long drama series.
You'd have time if we didn't do this show.
All right, we're quitting this so I can go watch Ozark.
I've heard good things about this DTF St. Louis thing too, but again, a lot of his stuff I'm sort of just like,
yeah, I have heard great things about DTF St. Louis.
Yeah.
Black Rabbit was really good. If you guys want to watch another drama, him and Jude Law playing his brother, which of course those two are brothers.
I remember Game Night with Rachel McAdams. That was a really funny movie too. I think Jesse Plemons has a very memorable character in that movie. Yeah, Jason Bateman's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm never unhappy to see him in anything. A little surprised Jason Bateman here and there is fantastic. I just personally think that Nick Wilde should have been played by an actor of color. I don't know. I feel like that would have serviced the movie a little bit better with the what they were trying to say.
With what they were trying to...
Yeah, what they were coming across as.
Sure.
But, a fox technically has no race.
No, but
so
it's the point of the
with the message that they're trying to say and the point that they're trying to make, it could have been somebody other than Jason Bateman.
I think I knew this, and then I think I forgot because Instagram will tell me certain things. I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. He was on Little House on the Prairie for a long. He was a main character on Little House on the Prairie.
Oh yeah,
he was an Ingalls.
He was a child actor.
Yeah, 21 episodes, which is a lot for a TV series from the early 80s.
An episode, a second. I haven't seen a
You've never seen a second of it?
Of Little House on the Prairie.
It was one of those TV shows that was just on in the morning. And it was back when, whatever was on. Like, sometimes I would just watch TV waiting for the cartoons to come on. So in the meantime, it would be like...
You must have gotten up really early then.
It would be like Little House on the Prairie, things like Bonanza.
Yeah, when that stuff came on, I usually turned the TV off.
I Love Lucy, the Dick Van Dyke Show. Like, these were all shows that I watched either that came on before or after cartoons.
Yeah.
Because
on weekends.
On weekends, yeah. Just because the cartoons are over doesn't mean I'm done watching TV.
The other side of that, too, is that typically on weekends, we would get to watch, like, cartoons for breakfast, but then it was time to get to work, re-roofing the house, building the shed, fixing the deck, building a garden.
My parents got to me with. I mean, that
was a lot. We were outside doing chores a lot more than we were inside watching TV on weekends. So when we were watching TV on weekends, we didn't waste our time with shit. We were like, it was like quality TV. Like, Dad's in a TV weekend mood. Great.
Call Little House on the Prairie shit.
For me, when I was a kid, I didn't want to watch that shit. That wasn't my cup of tea. We were in the other room watching Two Stupid Dogs and Beavis and Butthead with my dad and laughing.
Well, see,
we were watching Monty Python and It's a Mad, 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 Mad World with my dad laughing.
See, you guys must have had. You guys were rich because you had cable.
No.
Or you were stealing cable.
We weren't stealing cable. My dad was never that good about theft. At least when it came to
But some of those, like
cable.
Beavis and Butthead, that's a cable show.
Yeah, it was a cable show. I mean, there were times where we would have cable for like a year, and then my parents would have money problems and get rid of it.
Sure.
Cable was a luxury when, and so there were some luxurious times where we'd get cable, and then there were times where, we were just scouring our VHS collection.
See, we had an antenna on the roof.
We had the antenna too.
Up until I was 19. So I didn't get
I think it was when
any cable channels, including
high school.
MTV or Nickelodeon. Like, I didn't see any of that stuff.
You didn't even get Fox when you had an antenna.
We couldn't get Fox from where we lived because of a mountain that was in the way of the signal.
Yeah.
And so the initial run of even Batman animated series initially ran on Fox.
It wasn't originally on the WB?
No. Fox produced it, and WB had it in syndication. And reran it on their station, and that's
how we watched it.
And that's why it was out of order all the time too.
Yeah. Anyways, that's that
side story,
but into our by Jason
into our
Bateman's
childhoods,
early work.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We learn something about each other every day.
Every day.
Next, we've got we could just do Idris Elba because.
We would like to do Idris Elba. We are currently reworking our way through The Office, and it's been quite a few years since the last time I've had a good Office binge. I mean, it's been
same for me.
Better part of a decade. I didn't forget that Idris Elba was on The Office, but I kind of forgot what his character was like.
Or even when he shows up, because a lot of the managers that I imagine that come are all post Michael. And so I forget sometimes that some of the nonsense that happens early Office.
The main reason why I remember Idris Elba on The Office is just that moment where he's like,
I am aware of the effect I have on women.
As Angela and Kelly are just going feral for him.
That was funny. Pretty much got his start from being on The Wire. That was how he did a lot of television in his early years.
A show I will never watch, by the way.
I know that's another show that I should have seen by now. I mean, I haven't even watched.
Maybe that's the thing of it. Maybe we should have seen it by now, but now it's too late.
It's too late. Yeah, same thing with The Sopranos.
Oh, fuck
I never
The Sopranos.
watched The
Yeah,
Sopranos.
I know that they're great, but I don't have the time and I don't have the energy. I just don't.
Jenny Slate plays the lieutenant mayor or the mayor assistant or whatever.
The assistant mayor, Bellwether.
Yeah.
Of course, I first fell in love with Jenny Slate on SNL.
And then she said the F word.
On like her first episode. But she did a couple of skits. And I feel like Jenny Slate only really ever got on the post-update skits, especially the last 2 or 3 of the night, where it's just let's let the weird kids have something. And so she did these 2 fake commercials about a woman who was selling doorbells.
So come on down to Doorbells and More and get the fantasy doorbells of your dreams. Ding dong, bing boom, okay, hey, what? That's a good one. Bye-bye.
For some reason, those have stuck in my head, and so I'll walk around being like, honk, I'm a car. Oh. Honk, this used to be farmland. Or
that's a really funny skit.
They're very funny skits. Ding dong, hello. They were really stupid, but they were really funny, and I will always love her because of that. And, she has gone on to do a lot of really wonderful things. I never saw Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Oh, it's so adorable.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
And, of course, her voice playing or being the Shell, Marcel, with shoes on, is, it fits so perfectly. And, yeah,
she
one day you'll see it.
Been Tammy in Bob's Burgers forever. I mean, she's been one of the Bob's Burgers cast for a very, very long time. She had a pretty long run on Big Mouth up to a point. She played the character Missy Foreman Greenwald for like the first 2-3 seasons before she stepped aside and gave that role to a half black woman.
Yes.
To fit the character better.
Yes. What Zootopia should have done.
Kind of a little bit. She's had some dramatic work. She's had a lot of comedy work. She's had she's done a ton of stuff. She always seems like one of those really lovely people. And I don't know. I've always really liked her. I've always really liked Jenny Slate. I'm never unhappy. This cast is a banger of a cast.
I mean, we got Bonnie Hunt playing...
Bonnie fucking Hunt.
Ma Hops.
But I wouldn't let...
Which I like, her name is Bonnie. The character's name is also Bonnie.
Bonnie Hunt is so attractive to me, and I can't stand it. That woman is bona fide babe. Bona fide babe. The Green Mile, Cars, 1,000 other things. Return to Me... Fuck, that movie, Return to Me, with David Duchovny and Minnie Driver, is so schmaltzy and, like, goofy and ridiculous, and I love it. I love it so much. I love Bonnie Hunt.
Real quick, Don Lake, who plays Stu Hops, who's the
dad.
Yeah, Pa Hops. Pa Hops and Ma Hops. He was a writer on the Bonnie Hunt show. And so the fact that they are husband and wife in this
that's about right.
Is
sweet.
Tommy Chong as the yak, which...
Who else are you going to get to play an old dirty hippie?
Like, high,
but the old
naked,
dirty hippie.
Yeah, right.
The one true old dirty hippie who has always been the old dirty hippie.
And we love him for it.
It's been a long time since I've seen a Cheech and Chong movie, but I've seen most of the Cheech and Chong movies. Have you seen any of them?
Most, yes. I have seen Up in Smoke.
I mean, from what I remember, Up in Smoke was the best. After a point, they all kind of become about Cheech and Chong's way of hiding weed from the police.
I mean, I saw it because people told me I needed to see it.
Yeah.
And so
it's a funny fucking movie, though. No, again, thanks to my father's humor, I grew up loving Cheech and Chong. So Tommy Chong has always been somebody who's been very dear to me.
Next, we could talk about J.K. Simmons. Has
J.K. Simmons.
As soon as that lion comes on to the scene and starts talking, I mean, his voice is just so
just kidding, Simmons.
Just kidding.
We love him so much. Except for Whiplash.
Except for in Whiplash.
Which, fuck that
Great
movie.
Acting.
Great actor.
Great actor.
Yeah, I mean, J.K. Simmons.
I'm just saying, it's not his acting in Whiplash that we don't like. It's not necessarily his character that we don't. I mean, you're not supposed to like him.
No, I don't like the character, but I didn't dislike his acting in it.
But he was not the problem.
No, it was that shoe that was on the other side of the screen acting with him. Just a fucking shoe. His goddamn shoe face. Folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, please feel free to go back and check out the Movie Mingle episode on Whiplash. It's a doozy.
It's worth checking out. Octavia Spencer as Mrs. Otterton, looking for her poor lost husband. Of course, Hidden Figures, The Help, Fruitvale Station, which we were talking about Fruitvale Station during our Sinners episode. A super talented actress. Always brings...
a gravitas, a joy.
Yeah.
So, like,
something
Octavia
interesting
Spencer,
to watch. Like, she's done...
Oh, she's always interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Ma is a really crazy side of her. The Shape of Water is she's not the main character, but she's like
the best friend.
She's a supporting
wonderful.
character to our main.
She was also in 30 Rock at the when Tracy Jordan is trying to film his Ben Franklin movie, and then it turns into he's trying to film a. Tracy Jordan's trying to make Harriet Tubman story, and they hire Octavia Spencer, and she's acting just like Tracy, and it's hysterical.
It's funny because she actually did get to play Harriet Tubman during the Drunk History episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
And she's hilarious.
She's great.
She's not just dramatic. She can do funny as well, and
we love that for her and about her.
Alan Tudyk is in this movie.
As Weaselton Duke, I think is what his name is.
Duke Weaselton.
Duke Weaselton.
Which is funny because...
In Frozen.
In Frozen where it's Duke Wesselton.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
everybody calls him Weaselton, though.
yeah, and then vice versa. It's ridiculous, actually. Cute, but ridiculous. But yeah, Alan Tudyk, what do we say about the man? He's been in everything. He's always amazing. I love him so much. I don't need a Firefly sequel.
Oh, not even an animated?
Nope. I don't care. I mourned that show. I loved that show. I enjoyed it. I mourned it. I let it go.
I mourned the fact that we would ever get a live action version of it. I came to grip like it's
that we'd
never
never
going to
get
happen.
like another movie or a season 2. You mean?
No, we will never get a movie live action wise. I don't think that's ever going to
Firefly?
A Firefly.
We had a movie.
No, I know, but like because everybody wanted it to continue.
Oh yeah.
And
no,
to
you're
have
right.
some kind of connective
the
tissue
only
to like
way,
to end.
The
not
only
the
way to
the
continue
movie
it
ended.
these days, especially, is animated. It's not even the animation part that bothers me. I just don't care about Firefly anymore.
Oh, it's too bad.
You know?
I think if you watched it again, since you probably haven't watched it in the last decade.
I don't need to. And I don't want to.
Is it because
I fucking hate Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon leaves a bad taste in your mouth? So you
The
won't watch
worst taste in my
anything
mouth.
he's ever done?
I would watch Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog again. I'm over him, and I'm more than anything over bringing back these dead horses and
Dead horse. Wait, no, that's not.
Bad horse.
Bad horse.
He's back.
Bad horse.
Disney's definitely guilty of it, and we talked about it last week. Why are they making a live-action Moana? We don't need a live-action Moana. Moana is perfect. Why are we trying to now ruin it with that god-awful wig that The Rock is wearing?
And so soon, it's one
And
thing
so
to
soon.
It's one thing to recreate Cinderella because it's such an old story.
Or Snow White, sure.
Or Snow White.
Yeah.
Back when now I think The Huntsman was probably the better movie.
Well, yeah, of all the live-action Snow Whites, like fuck. But it just seems so.
It's dumb.
It's so dumb,
to try to remake because they're doing the same thing to Tangled, and
that's what they're doing to fucking. That's what they tried to do with Buffy. That's what they're trying to do with Firefly. It's what they're trying to do with the X-Files.
I'm kind of happy Buffy didn't take off.
Yeah, like
so
I
far.
just don't care anymore. Give me new stuff, or give me regurgitated stuff, but give it to me better, or fucking give me stories in the same universe but that belong to different people. Why can't they do? I mean, I guess that's what the X-Files might be trying to do. I'm not 1,000% sure. But why can't we just have a continuation of the Buffy universe? Why does it have to be her? I'm just done with all of it. This movie is cute. This movie is funny and charming. This movie has moments that I really enjoy. But I wasn't looking forward to watching it, and I wasn't looking forward to talking about it.
Man.
Because ultimately, this movie's kind of mid for me. I just don't care that much. And I vaguely remember being like, oh yeah, Zootopia. Like, I would love to watch that again. And then I watched it again. And the whole time I was like, this is cute. I chuckled a couple times. You know what it might be? It didn't make me cry.
Is that the litmus test for whether or not a Disney movie's good?
How often do Disney movies make me cry?
Quite a bit.
Yeah. A lot. Actually. And I guess, since I didn't find much reason to tear up at this one, I was sort of just like, oh, that's telling. I know that people love this movie, and I know that people love this message, and I understand the message of, trying to teach children, another way of trying to teach children that prejudice and profiling and racism are all terrible things, and that they're also all sort of inherently built into us by the man. The sooner we get on trying to teach kids to be better people and care about each other and look past superficial things, the better this world will become, right? Kindness begets kindness. Light and love will always save the day. I have to believe in that, especially these days. I get it. But I still don't care that much about this movie. And so that kind of has tainted my whole opinion on it, because all day today, knowing that we were going to record, I kept thinking about what I felt about this movie, and every time I did, I just hit a brick wall of like,
Maybe it might be because you already know this lesson, in quotes.
That is true. And I learned this lesson the hard way with my parents growing
And
up.
so it's like, okay, I know. We should all, these are all ways we should act.
Yeah,
This is what we should do. This is the kind of society we should all try to.
So what you're saying is
that
that, yes, I am a better person than most other people, and I've already ascended above.
you are.
And I'm incredible. No, of course
You have
not.
more maturity than a 6-year-old.
Yes, and I also have more maturity than most men in their 30s.
But you also have less
40s.
maturity than sometimes a
70s.
10-year-old.
Yeah, well, because fart jokes are funny.
Okay.
You know.
I just got to clear this up.
I contain multitudes.
I contain multitudes.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not saying that the message is wrong. I still, again, I really genuinely think that Nick Wilde should have been played by another actor. But that doesn't ruin the movie for me. Again, I'm not angry that Jason Bateman got the job. He deserved the job. He was best for the job. Looking back on it now, I don't know. And then I guess that's the other thing. Maybe it's my own white guilt being like, I don't know if I should like this or not. I will, however, spend the rest of this episode talking about things that I liked from this movie, because I have been kind of down on it. And I don't know where Grumpy Maggie came from, but Grumpy Maggie's here to stay for a while. So we're just going to twist it around. And I would like to talk to you about another thing that does bother me about this film, but in a good way. Why do they have to make all the animals so fucking hot? The lion mayor, hot. The wildebeest chief of police, hot. The fucking gazelle played by Shakira, hot. Nick Wilde, hot.
Because even in a kid's film with animals in it, characters have to be portrayed as attractive.
Oh yeah, they absolutely do. And you know who are unattractive? The bad characters, because that's how it goes.
Bad guys are ugly.
There is a character, I think he's just referred to as Tiger Daddy, because he's just like a tiger in a Henley. And you know how I feel about Henley shirts.
I do love the Henley.
Jesus Christ. He's a tiger in a Henley and some slacks on a subway. And you're just like, damn, fucking Chief Bogo wears slutty little glasses. I can't. Way too hot. And believe me, I have seen some things. I have seen some images of Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps.
Oh, jeez.
Doing things. Because that's a ship that I don't think they didn't mean to sail it, but whoop, oh, there it went. It's barely in the harbor. It's gone. It's gone, everybody. The furries have it now. There are jokes that everybody loves and talks about all the time, like the DMV bit, which is very funny.
Sure.
But also very frustrating when you're just like,
been there.
Get on with it.
Get it? Because DMV people are slow.
So slow. I saw this TikTok a couple weeks back of this bridal party, like getting ready for the wedding, and the bride is laughing hysterically because she's like, I look like the mole who gets married in Zootopia. And sure enough, she had like the same hairstyle. Literally the big bouffant with the little like stringy bits on either side. She's like, I look like the mole who gets married in Zootopia. And she was just howling with laughter because she was happy about it too. She wasn't upset that she looked like that, but they were identical people, and it was very, very funny. What are your thoughts on this little movie? I've talked so much.
Well, we got to find out what you hate about it so much.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it.
So I was trying to think of some other movies that have like this same theme. Not really with the... there's plenty of movies out there that deal with racism, but you have a singular character who's told that she or they or he cannot be this thing because they are who they are.
Underdog stories, so to speak.
Underdog stories. And that's the thing. I was about to say that when I was thinking about this, usually this is relevant with a sports movie. Cool Runnings, Bad News Bears. There's plenty of sports movies where
there's tons of underdog films.
Where a person is told you can't do this, but then it takes it to the next level, and not only can they do it, but then one thing that goes away from sports movies, and I was trying to think of something that fit this criteria, was where there's a bigger than themselves mystery or something that's happening, and
they stumble upon it,
and they're the ones to save the day.
That's a lot of stories.
There's a lot of story, and that's what I'm saying is like it's a great kids movie.
Yeah.
And there's some lessons in here for kids to learn and really take to heart. But it is a story that's been told a lot. It's been told over and over.
Yeah.
The best thing that I think this movie has
Well,
for
every
it is
hero or every story is the hero's journey. So
not every story, but a lot of them. Doing something that a lot of other movies have done. I mean, that's what Disney does. They just make movies that people have already made,
including themselves,
including their own movies.
Yeah.
But I think what makes this one, what makes me appreciate this one is I think the animation is really solid. I think the music is really good. Seeing the banter between Hops and
they have great chemistry.
and the fox.
Yeah,
which I can't remember his name
Nick
again.
and Judy.
They're adorable. The characters are adorable. There are some really like cute and like the whole, like you were saying, this whole world of Zootopia and all the little ideas that these writers had.
Yeah, they're
by
fantastic.
being like, wouldn't it be funny if like in the middle of the city or wherever in the city there's like an even smaller city where the gerbils live or whatever they were, hamsters and
yeah.
And seeing their little world. And
They clearly need their own police force if they've got the mob running around in there like crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, why wouldn't the Zootopia Police Department
send somebody who's not as small as them.
Yeah.
But somebody who's big and could at least
literally every size needed their own police force.
Every size needed their own police force, or a police force that was slightly. Well, maybe that could get into some political things if your police force is bigger than the population.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean physically bigger and then in
that's not good either.
Too, yeah. But that's already happens because if you commit a crime in fucking Rodent Town or whatever that is, over there in Brooklyn, and a fucking polar bear and
Shows
a wolf
up,
come
and a wolf
along
show up
to
and
fucking
they're already
arrest.
So
the
having a
Godfather
rabbit,
mole.
police, hamsters isn't like out of the question. So why wouldn't they look for?
Why wouldn't they have?
Especially somebody who actually passed, like the first rabbit to actually pass.
Right. Who proved herself.
Yeah, proved herself.
At first she was trying to play by their rules, and then she learned how to do it for herself. I love all that shit. That's
like
great.
RRR.
It is, yes, except not as good.
See, once again.
But weirdly equally as hot. One joke that really killed me was in the beginning when little baby Judy is telling... or is doing that play, right, for her school or for the festival or whatever. She's doing the play about how you can be anything you want in Zootopia. And every time they cut to the kid doing the music, he was just fucking killing it. He had like 19 different instruments and he was doing all the sound effects and the music and shit. And like every time they cut to that kid, I'd giggle. I was like, this is really fucking cute.
Did you ever guess, the very first time you watched this, did you ever guess who the villain was?
I think I already knew. I think it was spoiled for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we didn't watch this in theater.
No, we didn't.
No, this is a Disney Plus only movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, not exclusive,
No,
but I'm
but
just
we
saying like
did.
that we absolutely watched this for the first time on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like, almost assuredly.
I know we did.
And so I think it had been spoiled for me by that point, but I can't tell you how or why. Just probably because just the internet. Disney's definitely been doing the twist villain thing a lot in their movies and shows lately. Like Coco had a twist villain. Of course, Frozen had the twist villain of all twist villains.
Yeah,
there's been a few of them. Wreck-It Ralph had a twist villain. Again played by Alan Tudyk. He plays a lot of twist villains.
What a twist!
Oh, honey, your good suit is at the cleaners.
What a twist!
I wasn't surprised that that's where they were going with it. That it was the cheap. And when you watch the movie now, you see how like put down upon she is, so you're not kind of surprised that she goes a little crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the mayor is really awful to her. And that's the other thing, too, that I found kind of odd about this movie is they leaned into a lot of stereotypes, even though they themselves are trying to prevent stereotypes. Like, all of the predators were bullies. Everybody was so mean to Nick because he's a fox. Like, there was just this constant, like, thread of...
Well, I think the movie's also trying to show that like everybody in the movie needs to learn this lesson, not just the audience. It's
true.
People in the movie
Judy had
need
to come
be better.
face to face with her own prejudices.
I mean, one of the first
anything.
things Judy does when she becomes a cop is follow a fox because he was a fox, not because
she was straight up Rachel.
Not because she saw a crime happening.
No,
She just followed him because he was a fox.
Yeah, and because he looked shifty to her.
Yeah,
because
just
her parents were like, "Oh, foxes," and then that bully asshole.
bully
as a
asshole
kid.
fox.
Yeah, I do understand where this movie comes from. I understand where it comes from for the message that it has to tell people. It's important to teach children through art and through stories, and I love that. I love that for Disney and how much money they've made off of this one and the second one. I love that for everybody involved. I love that for the kids. For the children. But just as an adult, I just find I don't care as much about this particular Disney movie. I wasn't upset watching it. I wasn't upset when you passed out 15, 20 minutes before the end of it, and we just never really finished it. It's a cute movie and all.
We've seen it before.
But we've seen it, and I guess I found that I just didn't care as much. And that's also okay. Because art is what, folks? Subjective. Yes, thank you. Those in the back who said that.
Coming at the end of summer, essentially the end of the summer, I think.
We will be at some point talking about the sequel, which neither one of us have seen.
We've never seen it,
No.
so we're saving it for the podcast.
Yes.
And it will be at the end of our first 25 films.
Yeah, I believe it is the 25th film.
Yeah.
So look forward for that. And who knows, maybe my opinion on the matter will
And
get
maybe
changed by that.
maybe they learned from some things from the first one. They're like, hey, let's change some things about how we're doing.
Maybe because they're Disney, they just double down and do whatever the fuck they want and make a couple billion.
I do feel better that it's just two guys working on directing and writing.
That is true, yeah. And, people love it.
More than 10. And that doesn't include the directors. Maggie, what would you give out of 5 stars, Zootopia?
I'd give it 3.5. I was thinking about that because I've most of the films so far have been like a 4, a 4.5, a 6, a 5. I've been, since we got to pick our movies, we started off with some bangers and ones that we know we'd love. But this one, I'm going to go with the 3.5. It's a beautifully put together film and it's got a great message.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good film. It's fine enough. When after the whole family goes to bed on a weekday night and I'm up by myself because I don't have to get up early the next morning, I want to watch a Disney movie, I'm not going for Zootopia, right? I'm going for Moana, I'm going for Encanto, I'm going for Frozen 2, always Frozen 2. But I'm not going for Zootopia, and that's okay.
I think it's a great movie for kids to continue to watch, and I hope there are kids who do continue to watch it, and I hope Zootopia 2 hasn't.
What do you rate it?
I am also giving it, well, I will say that before we watched it, from just my memory of it, I would have given it a 4.
Yeah, same.
And then rewatching it, I'm like, this is a good movie, but I don't think it's 4 status. And I think when I saw that it won over Kubo and the Two Strings, I got personally upset about that.
Yeah.
And so which even more was making me want to push it down to 3.5.
Yeah, and Moana. I mean, that movie.
And Moana. I mean, Moana
Tafiti,
is better.
that whole sequence with Tafiti.
Moana, even though I love Giacchino, the music, I think the music in Moana is better.
I can't tell you a single theme from the Zootopia music.
I already have Moana music. As you were talking, I already have the song that her grandmother's singing to her.
Moana.
Not that one.
No, I know, but that whole sequence with Taka, where Moana's slowly walking towards Taka's raging toward. I mean, just that is more beautiful than anything you see in Zootopia.
So Maggie.
Yes, Caveman.
I have 2 questions for you.
Hit it.
I'll be the fucking sheriff.
Starting when?
Starting now.
You have the tin?
I do.
Produce it.
Oh my god.
On the tip.
I know where it goes.
Huzzah.
That's just a wild fucking clip to pick for our first animated film. I'm surprised you didn't get him in there saying cocksucker.
I mean, there was a clip.
There's many clips of everyone in that show saying that word. Yeah, Deadwood.
Good old Deadwood.
We need to finish that.
We were rewatching. Maggie was watching it for the first time. I was rewatching it with her.
Fucking loving it.
And we got into, I think...
We just got distracted.
Yeah, things happened.
Yeah. We kind of ping pong between sitcoms and dramas when it comes to our daily binges.
There were also some shows that had come out.
Yeah. It was right around the time that Alien Earth came out and my Timothy Olyphant love was building back up.
That Alien Earth show definitely helped Maggie and her Timothy
Even though I didn't
Olyphant.
watch it, but God, I love him. I watched parts with him.
Oh.
And his weird little robot face and that blonde hair.
I really enjoyed that series.
That was a choice.
Can't wait till season 2. So, Maggie.
Yes, honey.
Would the presence of Timothy Olyphant have made Zootopia a better film?
I'm going to say yes.
Ooh.
Because at the very least, if it might be because of the second question too, who I would have had him play. But yeah, I would have enjoyed having him in this movie. So sure.
So Maggie, second question: which character would you have had Timothy Olyphant play?
So hear me out. We make Idris Elba Nick Wilde.
Okay.
And then you need a police chief now, and as Timothy Olyphant is renowned at playing a cop, you get him to be the chief of
cop
police.
Ever.
And because he's Timothy Olyphant, he would have been a horse, maybe? What kind of animal would Timothy Olyphant have been in this movie?
That's the more important question.
That is the more important
question.
Forget
2 questions. We should do. Which animal could
he is a fox. He would have made a good, like coyote.
Coyote. I was going to say wolf, but I think coyote because
he's got that more like laid back beach kind of charm.
He's a Californian cowboy, or we could call him a beach cowboy.
He's a beach cowboy. Yeah. So a coyote, I think, or a horse, but probably a coyote. And then he would have been the chief of police, and then nice. And then I might have enjoyed the movie more.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
And that has been this episode of Movie Mingle on Zootopia, and we hope that you enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Next week, we'll be bringing you a movie that Caveman has never seen, and I've only seen once, but it's come up a few times on the podcast, Atonement. That's going to be an interesting watch, and a sad one, too, so be prepared, honey. There will be tissues. As ever, you can find us on Instagram, Threads, and Letterboxd at movieminglepod. You can find us on YouTube at Movie Mingle Podcast, and you can write us any of your questions, comments, thoughts, and other grievances or joys, or pet pictures, because why not send me a picture of your pet? I would like to see what your pet looks like. And I'll send you back a picture of producer Robin. It's a fair trade-off. But you can find that at movieminglepod@gmail.com. Please feel free to rate us whatever number you feel we deserve on your podcast platform of choice, but we will take 5 stars. Tell your friends about us. Tell your loved ones about us. Tell your enemy about us. Just tell somebody about us, please, because we're having fun doing this little thing, and we would like more people to have fun with us. Be kind to yourselves out there in this big, crazy, weird world of ours. Be nice to each other, because that's ultimately the message of this movie. And remember, a wildebeest and slutty little glasses is always going to be hot. Now go mingle. Bye!
Are you an effective team?
We are an effective team.
Let them fight.
How did you just do that?
I'm a really good lawyer. Here on Caladan, we've ruled by air power and sea power. On Arrakis, we need to cultivate desert power.
Welcome, Mr. Beach. What's that bar? I'm a little confused.
Oh, we wouldn't want that, would we?
I don't want to brag, but I will. I was in the Avengers.
The Avengers?
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
What is that?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Toga, 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 toga.